Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and this is our review of the Smartron tBook. Now, the Smartron tBook aims to be what the Microsoft Surface Pro is, but at half the cost. This is priced at about 40,000 rupees, and in our review, we're going to find out if the compromises are worth the asking price, because for 40,000 rupees, getting a hybrid that's this great and replicates the Surface Pro 4 is something really exciting. So should you consider this? Well, we're about to find out. Whether you like the Smartron tBook's looks will depend on personal choice, but the device does look quite unique. It has a metallic construction with front-firing speakers on the top. The front camera rests between the speaker grills along with two USB 3.0 ports on the left of the device and a USB-C and micro-HDMI port below them. There is also a microSD card reader on this side. The headphones jack resides on the right side of the device towards the bottom. The tablet itself is built quite sturdily, but I can't say the same about the kickstand. Made out of magnesium alloy, the kickstand seems somewhat flimsy and doesn't really conform with the rest of the device. That said, it's perfectly acceptable at this price. I reached a crosshead here. While the kickstand hinge is tough, it also doesn't allow the tBook to be placed on too many angles. Of course, I'm not expecting a Surface-like kickstand here, but a little more flexibility would have been nice. For the most part, for desks, the t.Book kickstand is good enough and definitely better than Apple's solution with the new 12.9-inch iPad Pro and the 9.7-inch iPad Pro tablets. It doesn't remain stable when you place it on your lap. It's heavier and thicker than the Surface Pro 4, but that doesn't get in the way of usability. Smartron gets a lot of things right with this 2-in-1, starting with the display. 2K displays are hard to find at this price point, with the Asus UX305 being the closest laptop. The UX305, however, costs 50,000 rupees. Resolution aside, the 12.2-inch WQXGA display also does well with colors, and viewing angles are good enough for me to use in my daily driver. That said, the screen is slightly dim and reflective, which is an issue if you're using the tBook out in sunlight or an open cafe. I kept the display at 75% brightness usually, and it was enough for indoor usage. Moving on to the keyboard, though, I wish I could say the same things about the keyboard and touchpad. Unlike the Surface, Smartron bundles a detachable keyboard with the device, something that Microsoft failed to do. That said, its keyboard and touchpad are typical of budget quality. The good thing about the tBook's keyboard is that the button placement is done well. The pitch is good so that you don't end up pressing the wrong button when you use it for the first time. There are some small but important compromises. For one, there's no volume up or down key on the keyboard, which is annoying when you're watching movies or videos. In addition, key feedback isn't great, and the keyboard often doesn't register key presses. For example, the Shift key often didn't register key presses when pressing Ctrl-Shift commands. The same happened with letters while typing. But while I can still make do with a keyboard at this price, the touchpad I cannot. The fact that it isn't big enough can be excused, but it registers Windows gestures and button presses even when trying to simply move the cursor. It's really annoying, especially when you drag the cursor to switch tabs and Chrome ends up being resized. It's also worth noticing, if you're expecting a well-built and particularly good-looking keyboard, this isn't it. It's plasticky but works at the reduced price point. Coming to performance, the Smartron tBook runs on the Intel Core M5Y10C processor. This allows it to have a fanless design. The Core M processor do compromise on performance a little bit, but on the tBook, it's well worth the price. In fact, here again, the Asus UX305 is the closest laptop counterpart and costs 10,000 rupees more. I wouldn't call this zippy like the Surface, but it works. The tBook automatically turns off the screen when you pull the lid down on the keyboard. The display lights up automatically too when you pull it back up again, and it's a few seconds slower than the Surface. At 39,999 rupees, I'm fine with that. The front-firing speakers on the Smartron tBook lack loudness and are useful only when you are in a completely silent location like the dead of night. In general, you'd need a speaker or headphones with the Smartron tBook. Coming to the battery life, while the Core M compromises on performance, it also increases the battery life. Surprisingly, that's not true for the tBook. On regular usage, while watching movies and videos, the battery life was enough to stream one 2-hour movie in HD quality. That's the same as the Surface Pro 4. Using this for typing and browsing with the screen brightness set at about 75%, the best that I could get was about 4.5 hours of battery life, which is a bummer. The Surface Pro 4's Intel Core i5 powered variant does pretty much the same. The Smartron tBook charges using a USB Type-C charger. It goes from nearly zero to full charge in less than an hour. So, should you consider picking up the Smartron tBook? Well, yes, we have a winner. If you are looking for a product that can be that perfect hybrid between a laptop and a tablet at a budget of about 40,000 rupees, you can definitely consider this device. Sure, the keyboard could have been a little better and we wish the trackpad had a little bit more functionality. We hope that's something that the company can fix with a software update. But nonetheless, for the asking price and the features on offer, you can definitely consider the tBook. As always, you can let us know what you thought of this review in the comment section below. If you liked it, you could hit the like button. And for more videos like this one, you should subscribe to the Digit YouTube channel. We'll catch you in another video.